occurs 4 times a year, not just once. And we hope that more people are joining us online on Facebook or Zoom or YouTube, because you too also know that Yizkor occurs more than just on the Yom Kippur holiday. We're commanded to remember. We're commanded to remember 4 times a year. Yizkor, remember. And memory. We come here because of our memories. Without the emotions that accompany our memories, we could easily move forward through the world. There would be no lows to hold us back, and each day would be new and fresh. We wouldn't feel the burdens of the past. We'd have no memories to ensnare us. But who would we be without our memories? What would drive us to achieve beyond the need to fulfill our basic instincts to survive? Without the emotions associated with our memories, we wouldn't remember the celebration of victory, the pain of defeat, the joy of love, or the sorrow of death. We wouldn't remember the advice of a dear relative or friend no longer on this earth. We wouldn't move forward, accomplish our goals. The richness of our lives is increased by the emotional highs and lows of our personal histories. We don't live in our memories every moment, but we need to return to them. And we do this to remember love, to remember the lessons learned, to remember those who were such an essential part of our lives. So today we come together for Yizkor. And the words Yizkor Elohim, God will remember, begins the Yizkor prayer, which we'll say later in this service. We have to remember that God remembers only because we remember. God is the reflection of our holy community. And so as we remember, so does God. As God remembers, so do we. Let's open our books to page 5. Ani ma'amin, I believe. Belief is key to remembering. Page 5.
Ani ma'amin, ani ma'amin, ani ma'amin, b'emunah shelema, b'viat HaMashiach, בביאת המשיח אני מאמין. בביאת המשיח, בביאת המשיח אני מאמין. אני מאמין, אני מאמין, אני מאמין, באמונה שלמה, בביאת המשיח, בביאת המשיח אני מאמין. בביאת המשיח, בביאת המשיח אני מאמין.
I'm on page 8. My grandmother's challah, fresh out of the oven. My mother's strudel, the sweet smell of apples and cinnamon. My aunt's Hungarian goulash, redolent with paprika. A neighborhood bakery, an open kitchen window. The local ethnic restaurant. Walking to a meeting, mind focused on my work. An aroma hits me, transporting me back. I remember those comforting times, ensconced in a kitchen nook, enveloped in the aromas of my family. Those cooks of my childhood are gone now, but are forever in my heart, coming back to me in the aromas of the kitchen. We take a moment to light a Yizkor candle. And this candle reminds us for the next 24 hours of all those that we knew and all those that we continue to love. And the idea is the flame represents their spirit and our connection. And every time we look at this candle, we remember. Remember the love, the lessons, the history. We turn to page 7 for Adonai Ma'adam. Adonai Ma'adam. Adonai, what are we? Let us read together in English at the bottom of page 7. Adonai, what are we that you have regard for us? What are we that you are mindful of us? We are like a breath. Our days are as a passing shadow. We come and go like grass, which in the morning shoots up, renewed, and in the evening fades and withers. You cause us to revert to dust, saying, "Return, O mortal creatures." Would that we were wise, that we understood where we are going. For when we die, we carry nothing away. Our glory does not accompany us. Mark the wholehearted and behold the upright. They shall have peace. Adonai, you redeem the soul of your servants, and none who trust in you shall be desolate. We're now going to take a few moments for silent meditation, or really for guided imagery. So if you have a book in your hand, put it to the side. And if your feet reach the floor, have them flat on the floor. And if your back can be straight and your shoulders relaxed, that would be wonderful. And I'd like you to take a deep breath in and out. Another deep breath in and out. One more deep breath in and out. On this deep breath in, take your hands and ball them tightly into fists. On the in-breath, ball those fists tightly. And release as you exhale. Once again, fists on the breath in. Holding them, holding them, holding them. And now exhale and relax. One more time on the inhale. Exhale and relax. Let your hands lay comfortably in your laps. On this inhale, have your shoulder blades behind you touch. Deep breath in, have your shoulder blades touch. Hold for a moment. Breathe out and relax. Breathe in and have them touch. Out and relax. One more time, breath in. Out. On this breath in, take your chin, which should be resting gently on your chest, and roll it slightly to the left or to the right. Breath in and roll. Out, back to the center. This time, breathe in and go the opposite direction. Out, back to center. Other direction, breath in. Out and center. Other direction, breath in. Out and relax. Keep breathing in deeply and slowly as I take you on a journey. Take a moment and think of someone no longer on this earth. Someone you love. Someone you've come to remember today. Remember their eyes. Remember their lips. Remember their entire face. Truly picture them smiling at you. Now remember a moment with them. A good moment. Where are you with them? Is it day? Is it night? Are you inside or outside? Alone or in a crowd? Is there an aroma in the air? What are you doing and what are you saying? And as you speak to them in your heart, reach out and hold their hand. Feel their hand in yours. Live in this moment, enjoy this moment, and remember. Like all memories, it must end, but not without a goodbye. So take a few moments and say goodbye as we continue with Esai Enai, found on page 9.
Esai Enai Eliadim Me'ayin Yavo Ezri Me'im Adonai Ose Shamayim Va'aretz Aliten Lamut Raglecha Alianu Esai Enai Eliadim Me'ayin Yavo Ezri.
Page 18, Frida's Song, a poem by Carol Fisher. The song hangs in the air. I hear it in the background, on a radio, in a store, on a TV show. I'm transported back to my 4 or 5-year-old self. I'm with my mother and she is singing that song to me. Smile though your heart is breaking. So prophetic. A lesson learned so early, a lesson that helped me face losing her, a lesson that helped me face so many later losses. Her songs still play in my head. It was her way of sharing feelings or life lessons. You are my sunshine. People who need people. Que sera, sera, what will be, will be. Songs of love, songs of friendship, songs of acceptance. It's been a long time since I last heard her sing to me. I was so young when she passed away, barely out of my teens. It's been a long time. Some memories fade, but some never leave. Her songs, the way she made me feel unconditionally loved. No, you can't take that away from me. We turn to page 10 in our books. Let us read responsively on page 10. Adonai Roi, God is my shepherd. Lo exar, I shall not want. But right now, we do want. We want the laughter, smiles, and spirits of those who have gone before us, because our hearts are broken, because our lives will never be the same. The cycle of life and death makes no sense. Where's our shepherd? Where is God? Adonai Roi, God is my shepherd. Lo exar, I shall not want. But a shepherd cannot control life and death. A shepherd can only care for his flock as best he can. He can love them, attempt to protect them, but ultimately each life is lived by its own design. Adonai Roi, God is my shepherd. Lo exar, I shall not want. Our shepherd has not left us. God is found in the hand that you are holding. God is found in the shoulder upon which you are crying. God is found in the comfort we each give to one another. God is found in memories. God is present not to shield us from pain, but to help us pass through it. God is my Roi. God is my shepherd. Adonai Roi, God is my shepherd. Lo exar, I shall not want. The 23rd Psalm, the Cantor will now sing it for us.
Adonai Roi, lo exar, bin ode sheyarbitzeni, al mei menuchot, nafshi yeshovev, yancheni b'maglet tzedek, yancheni b'maglet tzedek, leman shemo. Gam ki elech begetz al mavet, lo hirara ki ata imadi. Shivtecha umishantecha hemayena chamuni. Taroch lefanai, shulchan neged torerai, tishanta vashem ben roshi, vayay ach tada chesed yidifuni kol yimei chayai kol yimei chayai ושבתי בבית אדוני לאורך ימים. אדוני רואי לא אכזר, אדוני רואי לא אכזר.
Page 28, Memories of my Zeta. Shtetl boy driving a horse and wagon from town to town. Russian army soldier freezing, gangrenous toes. Ellis Island immigrant to the Golden Streets. Tenement home on the Lower East Side. Clothes presser, taxi driver, Catskill mountain summer worker. Alcohol, cigarettes, loved his wife, fancied the ladies. All things Yiddish, food, music, theater. Laid tefillin, clad in a white kittel, sitting on a sheet, covered couch for Seder. Harsh father to an only daughter. Wonderful Zeta to his grandchildren, taking the place of their harsh father. 48 years have passed since he smiled, prayed, loved, hugged. Memories, smells, feelings continue to envelope me. We are on page 13 for Eli, Eli, a reminder that all the elements can bring us back to memory. Page 13.
Eli, שלא ייגמר לעולם החול והים רשרוש של המים ברק השמיים תפילת החול והים רשרוש של המים ברק השמיים תפילת האדם. Oh God, my God, I pray that these things never end. The sand and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, the prayer of woman and man, achol והים רשרוש של המים ברק השמיים תפילת האדם.
In a moment, I'm going to ask you to rise as we turn to page 17, which has the Yizkor prayer. And I'm going to read the first line in Hebrew and then take a pause so that you can say the names of individuals that you are here to remember. And we'll all do it as a group at a, quiet tone of voice. And then after everyone has stopped saying the names that they can remember at this moment, I'm going to continue in English. I'm hoping that Adam will be playing underneath me as I do that. And then afterwards, there'll be a few moments for you just to stand in your own silent reflection, thinking about those you've come to remember. And when you feel it's appropriate, you may be seated. So if you're able, please rise. We are on page 17. And I'm going to ask Adam to play a little bit for us. Yizkor Elohim, Nishmot Yikarai. Let us say the names of those we are remembering. May God remember forever my dear ones who have gone to their eternal rest. May they be at one with the one who is life eternal. May the beauty of their lives shine forevermore. And may my life always bring honor to their memory. And together we say, Amen. Silent meditation.
Didn't I tell you I loved you? Didn't I tell you I cared? Didn't you know that you mattered? Wasn't it life that we shared? But time kept ticking, our lives kept slipping. Now that this journey is over, somehow it doesn't seem fair. I can't hold the wind. I can't slow the tide. I can't stop the rivers from flowing. I can't hold the tears. I can't slow the ride. I can't stop the seasons from coming and going. I hope that you know that I loved you. I hope that I showed you I cared. I hope that you know that you mattered. What a great life we did share. What a great journey we shared.
In the Talmud, it is written, on the day when Rabbi died, the rabbis decreed a public fast and offered prayers for heavenly mercy. They furthermore announced that whoever said that Rabbi was dead would be stabbed with a sword. And Rabbi's handmaid ascended the roof and prayed, the immortals desire Rabbi to join them, and the mortals desire Rabbi to remain with them. May it be the will of God that the mortals may overpower the immortals. When, however, she saw how often he resorted to the privy, painfully taking off his tefillin and putting them on again, she prayed, may it be the will of the Almighty that the immortals may overpower the mortals. And as the rabbis incessantly continued their prayers for heavenly mercy, she took a jar and threw it down from the roof to the ground. And for a moment they ceased praying, and the soul of Rabbi departed to its eternal rest. In this story, we have a handmaid who wants Rabbi, the name of one of the great teachers in the Talmud, to continue to live despite his infirmities and his pain. She's similar to his students because she believes what's important is keeping him here on this earth. How often have we been by someone's bedside and prayed for another day or another week or another year? And we do this because we love them. And just like Rabbi's students and handmaid, well, he was loved, and they did not want to let go. But this selection teaches us there's a point where we have to look at the person and say, they're only here for us. They're only here because of our prayers and our wishes and our desires. And in this story, the handmaid watches how he suffers, and she realizes that she and the rabbi's students are being selfish. And while his life makes them feel better, their prayers maintain his suffering. They are unable to let go. And she realizes that her desire for his life to continue on this earth is for her sake, not his. So what does she do? She stops the prayers for just a moment. She distracts them for just a moment. She gives a moment for his soul to depart. And often when family members talk to me before death about how they can let go because they don't want to, I share this piece of Talmud with them. And then I teach them the idea of gosis. And gosis is a Talmudic term which means the final 3 days of life. Now in today's world, that might be the second someone enters hospice. And the idea is there's an ending journey. And we know that that part of the journey will only lead to death. And the goal is neither to delay it, as the prayers were doing, nor to hurry it or to rush it. We let things happen naturally. And then they go on and they ask me about, well, the person's in pain, and of course, give someone pain relief if they're in pain. But we don't have to do anything unnatural. And it was believed during the Middle Ages that you would do things like taking the keys to the synagogue and placing them under someone's pillow, because that could keep someone unnaturally alive. Or if you heard a wood chopper, not easy to say, a wood chopper outside your window, you could go ask them to stop. The goal was to let nature take its course, while still being kind, while still thinking about the pain, while still thinking about the condition physically of the person. And I'm sure we've all been in this situation, because everyone in this room has lost someone. Everyone in this room has had to let go of the physical presence of someone they loved. Everyone in this room has had to create a new reality where day-to-day contact with those closest to them could no longer occur. We need to let go of those we love. It happens to each and every one of us. And letting go physically is never easy. As we've all experienced, letting go emotionally is even more difficult. But we must. If we live every day with the memory of the individual fresh on our minds, we can't function. Our broken hearts would be our sole focus. So our hearts heal, but never completely. It's impossible to forget the parent, the child, the friend, the relative, the spouse that gave us so much. And we remember them at the strangest of times, but then we are distracted by life. Memories live in the background, but they come when they are needed. So we walk the razor's edge. We don't want to live in our grief, but we also don't want to forget completely. So our tradition gives us a gift 4 times a year to make sure we don't forget. And that gift is Yizkor. And that's why we come here today. And in this space, memories flock back, emotions rise, and we have to let go, just like that handmaid, at some point. But it doesn't mean we have forgotten. Let us remember. And let us also remember that letting go and functioning in the world can be heroic, as long as we have a balance of memory and moving forward. May the memories of those you love guide you to new places of strength and of growth. And together we say, we turn to page 26. Elmalei Rachamim. Together we flew, adventuring, reflecting, living. Elmalei Rachamim. She lived across the street. More a sister than a friend, we grew together, up on good days, down on bad. Elmalei Rachamim, no matter the obstacle, always supporting, always caring, always there, always flying through life together. Elmalei Rachamim, make me laugh, she said to me. I held her hand, I joked about yesterdays, I fantasized about tomorrows, and she laughed for a final time. Elmalei Rachamim, on angel's wings, she now flies. Tovah, goodness, fills my heart whenever I think of her. We turn to page 25 for Elmalei Rachamim. Please rise if you are able. Elmalei Rachamim is the prayer where we ask God, the feminine presence of God, the Shekhinah, to enfold the soul of the deceased in its wings, in her wings, and to protect the deceased as they journey forward. Let us read the English together, and the Cantor will chant the Hebrew. The bottom of 25. Fully compassionate God on high, to our loved ones who have entered eternity, grant clear and certain rest with you in the lofty heights of the sacred and pure, whose brightness shines like the very glow of heaven. Source of mercy, forever enfold them in the embrace of your wings. Secure their souls in eternity. Adonai, they are yours. They will rest in peace. Amen.
Elmalei Rachamim, shochen b'mromim, חמצי מנוחה נכונה תחת כנפי השכינה, עם כראשים ותחורים כזוכר הרקיע, מזהירים לנשמות יקיריני שהלכו לעולמם. בעל הרחמים יסתירם בסתר כנפיו לעולמים. ויצרור החיים את נשמתם. אדוני הוא נחלתם. וינוחו בשלום על משכבם. ונאמר amen.
Please remain standing. I'm on page 24. Who? Not my son, for I never had him. Not my daughter, for she passed before me. Not my brother, for we are estranged. Not my sister, for I outlived her. Not my father, for I never knew him. Not my mother, for she died in old age. Not my spouse, for I am a widow. Who? For all those for whom I said it. Who will say, Kaddish for me? We turn to page 42. And let us remember, as we say Kaddish, we say it as a community. We say it for those who remember, and we say it for all those souls who have no one to say it for them. Page 43, the Mourner's Kaddish. Let us recite together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbi, v'yamad divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, Bagalav Yizman Kari Vimru. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevarak Leolam Olamei Amaya. Yit Barach V'yishtabak V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh. V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shmei Dekud Shah Berechu. Leila Min Kol Birchata V'shirata. Tushbachata V'nechamata. Damiran Be'alma Vimru. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shmaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru. Amen. May the one who makes peace on high grant peace for all who mourn, for all Israel, and for all humankind. And together we say, if you're with people you know, feel free to put your arm around them. If you do not know them, ask before you do. We'll be doing an Oseh Shalom as our closing song.
Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
This concludes our service. I'd like to remind everyone we have Simchat Torah coming up on Friday night. It's a 6:30 service. We need everyone here dancing and singing and unscrolling Torahs and having a shot or two. So please join us. And if you'd like to wave the lulav and etrog, throw something at me and let me know right now because I have 13 minutes until I have a student coming in. You want to, Rob? Okay, so I'll be in the sukkah for at least 5 or 10 minutes if people want to go there. And if you want to sit here quietly post-service, feel free for a few minutes to do just that. So thank you for coming. Huh? There is food.
I'm going to follow you too because I didn't get to shake.
So if you'd like to, the lulav etrog. I am Rabbi John. Nice to meet you. Sorry, I've got to run out to the sukkah. Feel free to join us.